Good morning, everyone. I am Jonathan V. Mayo, teacher 3 from San Pedro National High School. So I'm here to discuss to you about the preparation of ICT-enabled activities cum online demonstration teaching. This is an online distance learning platforms. Online learning provides professional development opportunities to both the students and the teachers. Of equal importance, it is intended to help students acquire the technical skills and online strategies important to the pursuit of their academic goals. By teaching online, faculty members learn to use instructional tools and strategies that are proportioned with students' abilities, interests, and expectations. At the same time, this will enable teachers develop their usual approach in the teaching learning process. The faculty also acquires new instructional skills important to their professional growth and development. Before I begin my discussion, I have here some of the posts and my day of our students and some of our faculty members. I saw in Facebook the kid with the bad internet during online class. Seeing the picture, it is pixelated and blurred because of a bad internet connection. And another thing, the teacher gave him a homework to draw a cat. Thank God she didn't say to draw a horse or a cow. Imagine the students is sketching and outlining the cat, the real cat, the authentic cat. I just enrolled in online classes. I've never really used a computer before. I just chose it during the enrollment period, and instead of choosing modular, I chose online because it sounds saucy and modern. Meanwhile, in an online class, thank you for choosing Zoom. This meeting no longer has a time limit. Okay. And the student said, wait, that isn't illegal. Maybe because he or she didn't want to enroll and enter the classroom using Zoom. Teacher in an online class, how to turn on the microphone? The student said, press Alt and F4. The computer is now shutting down. So that is the computer keyboard shortcuts for shutdown or closing. The press Alt and F4. In an online class, it is like that you are the only video or picture showed in the meeting, and the other pictures are anime characters. So somehow it is the real scenario that we're going to witness during our online classes. Okay, let's proceed. In this discussion in the learning distance platforms, the major and base platform that we're going to employ and utilize is the Google Classroom. So later on, I'm going to show you how to create your own classroom using the Google Drive or your Google account. Remember, in a Google Classroom, you should have another Gmail account. I suggest not to use your DepEd account because there is a restriction in using your DepEd account and some of your students cannot join or enter your classroom. So make use of your Gmail account instead. But in using your Google Meet, like the webinar that we're having right now, so make use of your DepEd account. Why? Because using your DepEd account in Google Meet allow you to record the whole session and the whole period of your discussion. Because the Google Meet right now is free for DepEd teachers. The next platform that we're going to utilize is the online attendance that is created using the Google Forms in your Google Drive. So you can create your own attendance, the main content, for example, the surname, the first name, the middle initial, and the gender of your students, either male or female, plus the section or the grade level of your students. So you can manipulate the content of the Google form. Once the Google form is submitted, automatically the data will be written in our attendance spreadsheet. So another Google form is made, then automatically the name will be listed in our Excel file in our spreadsheet. The problem right now is that the time that will be consumed in the submission and writing of the attendance. So another platforms will be introduced, which is the QR code generator, namely the QR code monkey. Once the response is submitted, you can copy the link in the Google Chrome and paste the link in here in the URL part. Then you can create QR code. When you created a QR code, you can download or you can print the code. So that will be the code of each student that will enter and join your classroom. So instead of writing and submitting the response in your attendance, so once they're going to enter your classroom, they're just going to scan using the application that can be installed in their smartphone or Android phone or even in their iPhones. So again, that it is a free application that they can download. Every time that they're going to enter your classroom, they're just going to scan the code, then automatically the code will be written in the Google spreadsheet or in the Excel file. So that is a non-consumable in their time and in your time. Another platforms that will be introduced in our discussion today is the Padlet. This is an application online wherein you can it's online as it is presented here. All you need to do is to sign in and log in and make your own account in the Padlet. So this Padlet will teach us on how to write topics on how to interact with your student, because you can write here, you can present something here, and the student will be able to see the content that you posted in the Padlet. The next one is the Siteboard. A Siteboard is an online whiteboard with real-time collaboration. You can enroll a student in the Siteboard, or you can present this using the Google Meet instead. Another thing is this Siteboard will turn to be your chalkboard in your real classroom. So you can have your discussion here, you can draw something here, you can write something here at the same time. So this Siteboard is your green board in your classroom. So again, this will be utilized or this can be employed in your discussion or even in your lecture. Another application is the Screencastify, which is free in the Google Chrome, wherein it can be an extension in your Chrome account. So this Screencastify can record and save the video or the ongoing tab or ongoing window in your Chrome. For example, this Siteboard, I employ this Screencastify in the same time. So I can record the discussion that I'm making in the Siteboard. It can be utilized for those students who are absent for that specific session or specific period. And you can save the video and you can link the video to your Google Classroom for their reference. Another one is the SIPGRADE. Maybe you are familiar with SIPGRADE as the assessment tool for your quizzes in multiple choices. SIPGRADE is an automatic scanner that you can scan your answer sheet and the scores will be posted and the scores will be listed in the tabular form in the SIPGRADE in your database. So a SIPGRADE is an assessment tool which is already familiar to us, and you can use this in your summative assessment. And you can see here that all the data are presented, the section, the grades, the classes, the quiz name, the date it is used, and the number of questions. You can see here their scores, their percentage in your examination or in your quizzes. So there are summaries and you can create your own answer sheets. Use either PDF file or in a PNG file. So you can customize your answer sheet. So these are some of the examples of an answer sheet that you can use. Since this is an online, so there are an application that you can download the sheet in the internet and they can answer it online and you can check it online. Okay, that is the good thing about the Siteboard. So all in all, so these are the platforms that we're going to utilize and employed in our whole discussion. So these are just some of the application that you can use. So we're not going to employ everything and use it at the same time. So these are some of the useful, and I think the a good thing to install in your Google account. The first one is the Google Drive. The second one is the Google Classroom. And you can make use of your Google Meet, Screencastify in saving and making a video, a Siteboard that can be used in your discussion, even in your diagnostic, formative, or summative assessment, a Siteboard that can check and record your data in the quizzes or even the examination in multiple choices, and a Padlet that can be used in an interactive and collaborative work of your students online. And a YouTube wherein you can download and link the video in your Google Classroom. So you can make use of this application in employing and making your classroom more interactive in the 2C, 2I, and 1R approaches of the teaching learning process. At this moment,